Hello. We've just about reached the end of our time together as a class, and so I wanted to make this brief video presentation to talk a little bit about my feelings, and also to talk a bit about the future, what will happen in the immediate future of the next week or so, and what might happen in coming semesters here at Coastline College. And I'd like to start by saying congratulations. You have made it through English 100. Not everyone can say that, and so if you'd like, you can take a second to be proud of yourself. You've accomplished something. I also want to say thank you. First, I want to thank you for your effort and your participation. Without the job that you've done as a student, this class wouldn't really have any reason to exist. So thank you very much for that work that you've done and for allowing me to continue to have a job. I'd also like to thank you for persisting. As I say, you have made it through English 100. You have not quit. You have not given up. Again, I think of that as something to be proud of. So, if you like, take a moment. We can all be proud together. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about the future. First, I need to say that, as you may have noticed, my deadline policy is kind of lax. I don't really penalize you for late work, and that's a philosophical choice that I've made. However, I work for a large bureaucratic institution, and large bureaucratic institutions have firm deadlines. And so I have a firm deadline for submitting your grade in this class, which means that I must issue you a firm deadline. In this class, that deadline is next Tuesday, June 3rd. I cannot accept any work after the end of June 3rd because of the institution I work for and so on. So, once again, Tuesday, June 3rd is the last chance you will have to submit any work that you have not yet submitted. I very much look forward to seeing any work that you want to show me, so thank you for your understanding. Now, we might consider what you want to do next. As an English instructor here at Coastline, I have an interest in helping you take more classes in my department, so let me make a few recommendations. First, I'd like to recommend English 100, which is critical thinking. It is thinking of the kind that you've done in this class, thinking about how an author uses logos or ethos or pathos to make a particular point, especially in an argument. You'll do a lot of reading in that class, and a lot of thinking, and quite a bit of writing. So if that's something that you'd like to pursue, consider English 100, critical thinking. You could also think about English 135, which is business English. Now, business English is a little bit different than the formal English that you've been practicing in this class. It is more specifically the kind of English that business people use to communicate with each other. So if you're considering going into that field, or if you are currently in that field, you might consider moving into English 135, business English. And finally, I can recommend English 140, appreciation of literature. That's a class that I'll be teaching this summer online, and I'm very excited about it. If you'd like to read more short stories, poems, and plays, if you'd like to develop some terminology that you can use to talk about them and think about them, and give yourself the chance to get maybe a deeper experience of literature than you have had, you can try English 140, appreciation of literature. I hope you'll consider any of these classes as you continue academically. And one more time, I would like to say sincerely and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your time and attention.